So a lot of people are asking me to talk about Ádám Hanga, the guy who was actually taken one pick before Isaiah Thomas in the 2011 NBA draft. But before we start, it's now the 2nd of December. We have actually got 2 videos out in 2 days. We are going for a daily December. We're going to try to get a video out every day. So if we could hit 300 likes on this, that would be insane. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. We are trying to hit 25,000 subscribers by the end of the year. It's going to be a tough goal, but it's definitely reachable. So anyway, now let's get on to the video. So the guy who was taken one pick before Isaiah Thomas is a guy named Ádám Hanga, who currently plays for Barcelona in the Spanish ACB and Euroleague. The thing is, Ádám Hanga's draft rights are with the San Antonio Spurs, the perfect fit for a player like this, who next season, especially if Manu Ginóbili retires, could be the perfect role player to have in his spot. Ádám Hanga is a 6'7", 205-pound wing who is extremely explosive for EuroLeague. While going to the NBA, he wouldn't be an elite athlete, he's definitely not going to be unathletic, and he has shown NBA-type athleticism in the EuroLeague over the past couple of years. Last season for Baskonia, he averaged 11.5 points, 4.3 rebounds per game, and 1.3 steals per game. But you might be thinking, why am I making this video? Because he could be a great NBA player, especially for the Spurs. His offense is inconsistent. That's the best way to describe it. In Eurobasket this year, he averaged 14 points per game. However, in his 5 group games, he scored 25 points against Romania, 31 points against the Czech Republic, and in the other 3 games scored 5, 8, and only 1 point. So he's extremely inconsistent. His jump shot is inconsistent as well. He shot 34% from 3 last season in EuroLeague, which was the best of his career at the time, and is a career 31% shooter. And while at the NBA level, it's not good, but not absolutely terrible, the FIBA 3-point line is a little bit closer, so players tend to drop a little bit in their shooting percentages when they make the jump overseas. So you might be still wondering why I'm making this video, why I think this guy could be a steal, and why I think he could be, for lack of a better title, the 2018 Jonathon Simmons. Because let's be honest, it's very unlikely that Hanga does go to the Spurs and averages more than 7 points per game and plays more than 20 minutes per game. But the thing is, however good Jonathon Simmons was, however great he was in the playoffs, a lot of people don't seem to realize that last season he averaged 6.2 points per game and shot less than 30% from 3. So while he had a couple of great games in the playoffs and was a great energy guy, a great role player, people often elevate Jonathon Simmons to way above how he actually played for the Spurs last year. Don't get me wrong, he was a great player. But when a lot of people think back to Jonathon Simmons, they think of the couple of playoff games and don't really remember that he was actually more efficient in his first year in the regular season than he was in his second year. His first season he shot 8% better from the field, averaged 0.2 points per game less, only half a rebound less, and played 3 minutes less per game. He was pretty much the exact same, but obviously had a much better playoffs his second year in the league, where he averaged 10.5 points per game rather than 3.7 points per game in only 3 games, and he played in 15 and started 4 in his second year in the league. So until the playoffs, Jonathon Simmons was just a normal role player. I think that Hanga could come over and average similar points to Simmons. But the thing is, Hanga is the best perimeter defender outside the NBA right now. EuroLeague Defensive Player of the Year last year. He doesn't have elite athleticism in the NBA, but he's not unathletic even at the NBA level. His team defense and defensive IQ is extremely high, which means that while he may not be the best perimeter defender in the NBA, he will be an extremely good defender, especially for a team like the Spurs, who a lot of it is team basketball. He's a versatile defender as well. Will be able to guard the big 2/3s. He's going to be able to guard the guys who are going to look to back him down, take him in the post. He'll be able to guard guys out on the perimeter. So an extremely versatile defender. And one thing that you can't doubt is the energy that Ádám Hanga brings on the floor anytime he steps on it. If he can do that at the NBA level, he could be a great role player for the San Antonio Spurs, and definitely could have a Jonathon Simmons type impact on the team. People are talking about every player that the Spurs get as the next Jonathon Simmons, but they actually have a draft stash from 6 years ago who honestly could have a very similar impact. One of the best players outside the NBA right now, and of course, who else but the San Antonio Spurs have the draft rights to him. Right now he currently has a 3-year deal with Barcelona which ends in 2020, but there is a 1.5 million euro buyout clause for him to go to the NBA, which I have a feeling that if Manu Ginóbili retires, I genuinely do think that the Spurs are going to trigger that clause. Even with that 1.5 million, the relatively small contract they're going to have to give him means he's probably going to be one of the most underpaid players in the NBA when he eventually does come over. There was a little bit of miscommunication during the summer about Ádám Hanga saying he was promised a roster spot and the Spurs not giving it to him. The Spurs have apologised about how they mishandled the situation, and it's looking like there's a chance that he could end up with the Spurs. If not, I honestly can't see him coming to the NBA because I don't think any other team would take him, but I think he's the perfect fit for the San Antonio Spurs. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.